Hello and welcome to Who Dares Rolls TV. I am your host Mike B. We're here with a very special unboxing. Here we have Twilight Imperium's Prophecy of Kings expansion. The long-awaited, well by me anyway, expansion for the Twilight Imperium 4. Well, Twilight Imperium, yeah, 4. Ignore me. So yes, this is fresh off the thing. I haven't opened it. I am peeling into it now. Annoyingly, of course, this has arrived as we've gone from lockdown into lockdown. So short of me emigrating to the Isle of Wight, not entirely sure when this is going to actually get paid. However, one is hoping that it will be at some point this year. If not, definitely next year. Twilight Imperium 4th edition, Prophecy Kings. So it takes... Well, it's, I looked, seen bits and pieces of it, but this was kind of instant buy for me. It's a big fat box. It's a stupid RRP on it. It's like £100 RRP. I didn't pay as much as that, but enough of it for an expansion. That seems ludicrous. However, we're talking about a big box of a board game to begin with. It's nearly as expensive as the base game, so it's kind of is a worrying precedent set by FFG. And then they've released the Descent, whatever it is, Journeys in the Dark, or whatever the fucking thing's called, which has also got a ridiculous RRP on it. So, are they setting themselves up as a premium board game thing? I don't know. I mean, this is a heavy box, so there's a lot of content in here, I hope. If this has got a trench insert with 5 pieces in it, I'm going to be most displeased. It's a deeper box. It's much fatter than the original. I'll put that over there. Because so what we got in here, we have got a very large section of punch boards. Should we have a look at the punch boards? Let's do that. How best to go about this? Oh my goodness. So this, well, actually, let's go look. Expansion rules. Here we go. There's a law compendium. So the law of FFG, if you're into that, FFG Twilight Imperium is quite a thing. There's a whole thing about the Twilight Wars and all the races coming together and doing war-y type stuff. Here is the expansion rules. They initially teased that this expansion would not add anything to the playtime, which I'm not entirely certain that could work, but okay, there we go. So components wise, there's an awful lot of cards in here, there's an awful lot of planets, there's some minis, there's a new faction, there's some new races, is in a nutshell is what is in here. Let's have a look at some of these punch boards anyway while we're here. As we're here, I really need to chop my finger off. That was a good start. I will attempt to get better shots at this from over here, so you can see a bit more. There is a fat old bunch of punch boards, so we have got this is all going to fall out, isn't it? So we've got tokens for the new races, some tokens for new races. There's some new planets there. There is going to be, what else have we got here? We got some more tokens for some more races and some more planets there. Okay, more home planets. Some tokens for the new races that are added in here, and some more planets, home worlds and stuff. Don't know what they are. They look kind of cool. They must be related to factions. There's icons on there for factions, so potentially they're additions to the new faction stuff. More planets, more dangerous planets stuff. There's epic legendary planets in here apparently, by all accounts. Some more cool stuff. Don't know what these are yet. More planets, some more tokens up here, some more wormholes. Don't know what that is. It looks like a destroyed planet. And then some more troops counters. That's 3 planets on here. So these are just planets that added to the game. If you just random it up a bit more. Round it up a bit more. There's some more ships, because we were running low on them the last time we played. Again, triple planet systems there. Another wormhole. Some blank space. Trade goods and some other stuff. So these are the hyperlanes. These counters here, they relate to, I think it's in a 6 or more player game. You can basically build hyperlanes that I believe go around the perimeter of the board, which allow you to whiz around a bit faster to speed up process. That's what I believe that does. Some more planets, more hyperlanes, some more random small planet tokens. Not entirely sure what these play through or what they do at the moment. I'm reading the book. There's one planet there with a bunch of wormholes on it. I think that might relate to the hyperlanes. And then they've actually replaced 4 and 2, the command cards. They've actually been tweaked as to what they do. So there's that. There's a big old slab of punchboard there. And here we get some more factions, some more aliens. So there's enough in here now. Another couple of... Let's have a look. So what we end up with. So we've got some more factions. The Imperium. Okay, these dudes. They kind of look... Well, they look a bit freaky. Cool. Okay. There's the Mahact Gene Sorcerers. I may have murdered that. Mahact Gene Sorcerers. Good old Gene Sorcerers. Who knows what a Gene Sorcerer does? Sounds like they're up to mischief. The Vriolath Kabul, or whatever. It looks like a big dinosaur creature thing. They look fun. I'm sure they're a lot of entertainment. Nazrock Alliance. Rock Alliance. There's basically cat people with dwarfs. Don't know. Looks like he's playing the drums on top of a giant cat person. Clearly genius. Okay. The Argent Flight looks a bit Stargate-ish. The Nomad. And finally the Titans of Ul. So we've got those new factions been added into the game. Add a bit more spice to it because there wasn't nearly enough factions in the game to begin with. We've got 2 new faction colours that have been added into the game. So there's pink and brown or orange, I think that's supposed to be. So they're in there, so allow you to play up to 8 players if you want to. And then we've got these additional faction boards here. So these bolt onto the faction board. So you've got this, and you've got your faction board, and then this bolts on the other end. And this essentially is commanders. There's new abilities or new characters you've got in the game. You've got these actual commanders, which are in charge of your troops and stuff. They have some ridiculously overpowered abilities from looking at it on the... well, I have looked at it. So we got a bag of orange ships for the orange faction. Some pink ships for the pink faction. And then we've got lots of cards. So we've got, it looks to be there, some more planet cards. There's the faction cards and stuff for those factions. We've got more, there's some tech there, probably for all the new aliens, their new tech and the new 2 factions. Some more event cards. And I think there's also some of the voting cards. I don't know what they are. Let's fix that. More tech, blue tech, and there will be other stuff in there, I'm guessing, for the new factions and their bits and pieces. I think there's more in here. Some more objectives. 1 and 2 objectives, so you can spice up your objective deck. And then we've got, well, there's some tech there, some planets there. I think there's legendary planets in here. And then what we have here is a bag of mechs. So now each faction actually has mechs in them. There are a little couple of mechs that they can do, which they can use in land-based attacks and do mech stuff. Be very exciting. And then some cards with the back that I don't know what it is, but it might be related to the epic planets, because I believe there's epic planets available in this game now. So a quick flick through the old rules. And then let's have a quick glance and see what there's in there. So, in a nutshell, so we've got relic cards. So relics are things which are going to be probably one of these decks here. There's action cards, agenda cards, 14 new objective cards. There's promissory note cards, new with them. Leader cards. With leader cards we were discussing is that add leaders to each of the factions, which is just called legendary planet and ability cards. Interesting. 128 tech cards. Seems an awful lot of tech cards. And then there's lots of planet tokens, which they look kind of crazy. And dimensional tear tokens. Necrovirus uses dimensional tear token. Oh, very exciting. Then there's a bit of setup stuff. Then there's frontier. So these cards, they're frontier cards. Frontier tokens. So these go... each non-home system planet has no planets. So if there's any blank zones go down, read skimming through this, you will pop the frontier tokens, which are those things we've looked at here. They relate to these, and I think they relate to what you will find when you go and explore that bit of space. That's kind of cool. Legendary planets do legendary planet stuff. There's more things you can do exploration now, which ties into this stuff. Wormhole, Nexus, mech units, leaders. So that's it. There's not, I mean, and then there's new map setups. So there you go. So in a very brief surmise, there is the Twilight Imperium Prophecy of Kings expansion. There's a fair bit of content in there. If we look at it as it stands, it's bringing some more stuff in from the previous Twilight Imperium 3 expansions. I think it's tweaking some stuff. I think that some of that was in there originally. Never played TI3 with all the expansions in it, so some of that's mystery. These guys I don't think were in there. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I don't know what I'm going to do to sort this out, because there's a lot of bits and pieces in here. I'm going to have to kind of dig through this and work out where it's all going to go. I am inspired as to seeing what this does to the gameplay wise. We've been playing some 4-player games of it because it's easy enough to do, and we've been getting through quite a few games of that, and it's playing very well. We can do a 4-player game in around about 5 to 6 hours. I think that's what we've been nailing it off. So we've managed to get actual games in. It'd be interesting to see what this adds to the playtime, if it adds anything. I can't see how it won't. And what these new races play like, because they sound kind of cool. But there's a brief rundown there of the Prophecy of Kings, which is Twilight Imperium 4 expansion. I presume there is no more for this. This would kind of feel like that's tapping us out. Who knows? But yeah, there we go. So it's a big expansion. It's an expensive expansion. Until we've played it, I don't know the value for money wise, but I was kind of sold on getting this because I love Twilight Imperium 4. This is more Twilight Imperium 4. Why would you not want to be involved in this? Who was involved in the design process, actually? So the expansion design and development was Dane Beltrami. The original thing was Christian P. And so we'll see what Dane has brought to it. I do like kind of a little bit that they've been doing. FFG have been putting out the Codex rules, which is online stuff which you can print and download yourself, which is like tweaks and amendments to it. Whether there's going to be more of that would be interesting to see. I like that they're kind of keeping like a living version of TI4, and it's evolving and adapting as they go along. And TI4, FFG have I've given them some flack of late because they've not really been producing very much, and they've kind of feel like they've kind of been asset stripped over the last couple of last year or so, when the miniatures have just broken off and gone off to whatever the name of the company they're doing it. So yeah, this is probably still their flagship title, and there's quite a bit in there. It's interesting to see where this goes. So anyway, there is Twilight Imperium Prophecy of Kings, the expansion. That's all what's in that box. There's a lot of tokens, a lot of cardboard, lots of other stuff, lots of cards. I maybe look deeper into all of this in an upcoming video, maybe. You have to proper look down into all these decks and see what they do, and to give you a bit more of a flavour, or we'll play it through and do that. Dropping either round about now or just dropped or just about to drop will be my kind of review of TI4, sort of, that I put out, or is now going out. But there we go. There's me. I've been Mike B. This has been a very brisk unboxing of Twilight Imperium 4th edition of Prophecy Kings expansion. Very excited about playing it. Just don't know when that is going to occur. Stay safe out there. We're nearly into December. Yikes. I'll be back soon with more videos and stuff. Until then, you'll just have to wait until more videos come out, won't you, really? Cheers, good night, goodbye, farewell.